Chick, 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 chick. Can you talk?
Yep, I can talk.
Fuck yeah, you can. All right, here we go. Should I try to think of a thing?
That's up to you.
I don't know. I don't
Wish I had
have.
my
I got
I
nothing.
wish I had my hat. Um,
Craft brews and casual conversations. I can't do a faulty character this time around because I'm just too damn excited to see this man's face. Uh, while sometimes it's better when I can caress it. I can caress him and
let's try
smell
something just real
smell
quick.
him.
Put your hand up.
Oh yeah, you
And
feel it?
we'll
You feel the energy?
oh,
Oh God.
yeah, that's good stuff.
Rob is back on the program. We're drinking a lemon meringue pie IPA. This is Dudes with Brews on the Porch.
You're about to hear the greatest show of your life.
Dude.
Dudes with brews on a porch with Rob and Drew.
Robert, it's been a minute.
Yeah, full minute for that intro to get.
I think it's been like
The facade is gone now.
a month, maybe.
It's been a long time.
And now we're on video. People can see
Yeah.
our faces. People are going to be able to see these Zoom conversations. You can hit us up on the YouTube. You can also follow our Substack, our blog. I should say it's dudeswithbrews.substack.com. It's a free blog. I'm going to type some shit up, working on writing some stuff. Rob, I'll give you that information. If you want to make blog posts, you can as well. And we can just
All right.
talk about anything and everything. It's there for us, for the world. So we had to strategically place a beer into my mailbox. Thank God the mailman had already come because he might have just stolen the shit. We're drinking Mobcraft beer from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and it's a thing that popped up on my Untapped app, and I was like, I have to get this. They had this at Festival Foods. You can follow us on Untapped at Dudes with Brews on a Porch. Just find us on there and then be our friends. We're drinking Lemon Meringue Pie Milkshake IPA. Dig into this pie-inspired milkshake IPA brewed with lemons, vanilla, lactose, and graham crackers. No fork needed. You don't need a fork, which is good.
I like that.
How do you feel about lemon meringue pie? Like to be honest, like I'm not the biggest lemon fan. I gotta be in the mood for it, and if I have it, it's gotta be good. It's gotta be good.
Meringue, I'm not a fan of meringue.
What is meringue?
It's like not good Cool Whip or not good whipping cream.
Okay.
Like it's like plastic whipping cream.
Well, this is what the can looks like. I mean, it's pretty cool. And Mobcraft, you can't really get too. I don't think you can really get outside of Wisconsin. So sorry, folks. But when I saw it pop up, I was like, I gotta have this. How's my face look?
Yeah. You know, I've been drinking. I've been drinking outside of the show more and more.
Is that good or bad?
It's under control, so I think it's okay.
All right, as long as it doesn't become a habit. The beer
Drinking
itself,
alone and then driving around is fine, right?
yeah, that's fine.
Those are all signatures of being okay.
The beer,
Glass probably.
no, don't worry about it. Just drink it out of the can. They can see it on mine. The beer itself, it's very.
I want to see it though.
Yeah, or I mean, I guess I can talk a little bit and you can get a glass.
Yeah.
The beer itself is very, I would say, it's pretty thick. It's got the hazy aspects of it. Yeah, the dog's outside. And then it looks, I mean, it's good, like lemony looking. It's lemony looking, I guess you could say. It's definitely unfiltered. It's got a little bit of the chunky stuff in it. And yeah. Rob's back. He's slowly got a glass, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, it kind of looks like a meringue pie, a lemon meringue pie. It looks good.
It looks from here like it's got a little bit more of a pumpkin hue, but
I think maybe that's a lighting. It's a little lighter than that of a pumpkin. when I smell it, when I dig my fucking nose into it.
So I went to my cupboard to get a glass. Does this look familiar to you?
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, this
Rob,
is the glass I'm holding hostage. It's your VIP glass.
is that mine?
Yeah, you bought the advance ticket to Brewfest. I did not.
Yeah.
Therefore, I do not deserve this glass, but I will drink out of it willingly.
You earned it. Rob, I'm gonna be honest.
You're quarantined.
What?
Can't give it back now. You're quarantined.
I'm good now.
It's mine forever.
But yeah, I don't really get too much lemon out of it.
I don't know, but that's good.
You like it? I like it. I like
There's
the
some chunks in there. You got chunks in yours?
Yeah, it's unfiltered lactose beer.
Oh, okay.
You're good. It
Bill's
tastes
making his.
what?
Bill's freaking out on the couch behind you.
Yeah, he just came in. He's going fucking ape shit. It's, it does taste good. It goes down very smooth. I'm not
I
getting
think you're right though. I don't get lemon out of it. Maybe a little bit.
Maybe maybe a hint of it, but it's got that creamier taste to it, and it's good. It's smooth. Jesus Christ. And
it's definitely got sweetness to it, but it's not overly sweet. Like some of the sweeter beers that we've drank, like I don't think I could do. I'm a sugar addict, and I still don't think I like those Rubaeus beers that we did a long time ago. Like
right.
Those are hard to drink more than one of. Even one of is. They're just very sweet beers. So this is right in that the Goldilocks zone if you're from NASA.
Yeah, for sure. It's good. I like it. It's very smooth. And yeah, it's not too bitter or anything like that. So I like milkshakes. I like IPAs. I like it. So man, what's new?
I was thinking about this today. I had so much stuff over this last month to talk about, and
I remember we were going to talk a little bit about your dating life, but I don't know if you want to disclose that.
This is weird for me because I put myself in a really bad position.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. And I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I'm definitely a bad person, but I don't know if it's redemption, like if it's redeemable enough for me to say out loud. Like if I say it out loud, it just because there's. God, I hope this person doesn't ever find this episode. But there's this person that kind of like that I knew back in high school through a friend of a friend. Mm-hmm. Only talked to her twice, maybe. And she hit me up and she's like, there's a few things like right off the bat that she was talking about that like when she messaged me that I was not into at all. Okay. But she didn't like, she like messaged me on Messenger. She didn't message me through like the dating thing or anything like that. So I was just kind of talking to her for a bit. And then she was like, oh, I saw you on this dating app. I was surprised to see you there, da, 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 da. And I was like being nice to her and stuff, but I don't really know this person. And like, I didn't, based on some of the conversation that we had, she was talking about like having suicidal tendencies and things like that.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just go, no, I don't want to, you're not like.
But that puts you in a weird spot. I mean, I don't know. I mean, she's opening up, which isn't bad, but at the same time, I feel like that kind of puts you in a weird predicament.
Yeah. And I like, and it just like, from what I know of her and from what she had talked about, I was like, hey, honesty is cool, but these other things are kind of deal breakers for me. That's probably what I should have said. But in the moment, I wasn't, it's like, I don't know. I wasn't clear headed in the moment. So in the moment, I just said, oh, if you would have hit me up 3 weeks earlier.
Oh man.
Like, I'm talking to somebody right now that things are looking good. And I just don't want to, I don't, even if I'm not dating somebody, I don't date two people. That is true. But there's just not this other person at this point. And, but I kind of, like because she kind of went off on this thing, like where, I don't know, if guys don't want her for certain reasons. And it just,
yeah,
I didn't want her to walk away going, here's another person that just doesn't like that doesn't want me for this reason, when really it had nothing to do with that. It was about a couple of things that she brought up that I'm just not
interested in.
Yeah, like our interests didn't line up and whatever, and that should be a perfectly fine response, and it probably would have been, and now I kick myself because like in that like thinking in that moment I did the wrong thing, and I don't like being that person, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I suppose.
But she did, like she she just messaged me again the other day, like to see if things were going well with this other person. Like she's still
persistent.
She's not dropping it. And so like I feel like at a certain point I'm gonna have a chance to right that wrong. I just don't know how to do it.
It's hard to do. It's hard to I guess turn people down because not everyone's compatible for everybody, and that's why like when I asked Carissa out initially, I gave her the out right away. I said, hey, if this isn't something you're interested in, like, that's fine. So it's weird to do that. Well, okay.
But yeah, so
the dating app isn't going well.
It's not.
Let's get you on something else. Forget that Facebook dating app. Let's try maybe Bumble or you want to pop hot back on Tinder, the Tin train.
No, I think we should. I think maybe I should just get a life. That would probably be the best.
Now's really not the time, I think, to be jumping into the dating world. Like, it's just really inconvenient for a lot of people because.
And I really like whatever. I would love for it to just be organic and like, okay, I run into you and we.
You grab the same soup can from the
I was
shelf.
going to say that, but then I was thinking, but that doesn't actually happen. Yeah, but that I would love that. My like somebody somebody I don't see drops a pen and it rolls under a bookcase at the library and I go to pick it up. Yeah.
When's the last time you went to the library?
Yeah, that's the problem with that scenario. It's been a while since I don't go to the library. So
aren't library cards free? You don't have to pay for them.
Yeah, I have a library card.
Do you? It's been a minute.
They do some interesting stuff at the library now.
Like what?
You can do wood cutting, like wood cuts and work with lasers and stuff in the basement.
They just got like laboratories in the basement?
Dude, you can record down there. They've got a whole recording studio set up in the basement of our library.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you say like naughty words and things like that? I mean, that's very progressive of them. That's a great idea because, podcasts are such like now tangible medium that you can just really get a hold of it, but some people can't afford the stuff. Yeah, that's sweet. I like that.
The main thing is you just got to take a class to learn how to use all the equipment, and you can there's like engineering type stuff. There's like wood burning and wood cutting type stuff.
Yeah.
There's like a CNC lathe for wood cuts, and then there's the recording studio, and then there's origami, and origami is the only one you can do without taking a class. So I took my little brother from Big Brothers Big Sisters there a while ago, and wanted to do we were just gonna go check it out, and they were like, well, I was like, well, can we go check this out? And they're like, you got to take a class for that. And I was like, all right, what about the wood cutting? Got to take a class for that. What about the laser thing, whatever that guy's doing back there? Got to take a class for that. And I was like, well, what can we do? And she's like, there's some paper you can fold over there on the table.
I mean, origami can be pretty sweet.
So we made a couple dogs. Went home, cool. Called it a day.
Yeah. Interesting story, I guess you could say. The last time I was in the library really wasn't that long ago. It was last year at the end of the year. The problem, so I was, I got divorced, as a lot of people know, and a big thing with the divorce paperwork is that you have to be usually like you get a lawyer. The lawyer fills out all the shit, all the stuff, you know. We didn't want to do that. We felt like we could come to terms without lawyers, and we did. Found your hat, and
it's not my actual hat. It's my work hat.
But and then the problem was that we kept turning in the paperwork over and over and over again, and it got rejected. It got rejected. And I was like, this is crazy, because we're doing like 50 pages of paperwork, and we're trying to figure this all out and make sure everything is correct. And there's like you forgot to initial here and shit like that. So the last time I went to the library, I met a person who kind of as a side gig assists you with your divorce paperwork.
Teach people how to divorce each other.
What?
Great job. He teaches people how to divorce each other.
Just the paperwork. I mean, it's.
Well, what else is it? What is a divorce besides paperwork?
There's a court session that then they make you feel like complete shit.
Yeah, only humans make you sign a dotted line that says I'm not going to be with you anymore.
Right, and it's so I meet her there, and she brings her kids with her. Her kids are going through the books and everything, and she's talking to me, and I give her the paperwork, and I give her some money, and she's like, "All right, type this all up for you, and I'll email it to you." And then eventually, yeah, so it worked. That's the last time I was in the library.
Is she married?
She's been divorced a handful of times.
10 times.
She's been divorced a few times, but I think she used to work with the city. I don't really know.
Well, that's the thing. I think of the poor person who has to look at your paperwork that you submit 3 times wrong.
5 times?
Or 5 times, and every time they go, yeah, they almost got it. I'm going to have to read this shit again next week. And they've got that happening with like probably, 1,000 couples at any given time.
I'm sure most people hire a person to do it.
But there's still somebody that has to do it.
Right, but I'm saying like most people probably don't get rejected 800 times like I did as far as the paperwork being accepted.
I couldn't imagine being somebody that just sat at a desk all day and read paperwork. And
it was the judge. It's the family court judge that has to do it.
He doesn't do it.
Yeah, she does.
His assistant does it, and he just signs off on it in the aftermath.
It's a lady in our county.
It's like saying my supervisor knows how to do maintenance work. It's bullshit.
Okay.
Yeah. He knows how to. Never mind. He doesn't. Can't finish these statements. I'm at a loss for words.
Good. Maybe it's best that you don't go into your statements. But yeah, that's the last time I was in the library.
I don't give a shit anymore.
All right.
Yeah, I'm looking for a new job.
Yeah, I'm
trying to be happy.
Yeah.
I need to have some self-value. I need to be, I need to work at a place that I can go in and care about what I'm doing, like, and know that I'm contributing and
sounds familiar.
Know that it's recognized a little bit, like I know I'm the low man on the pole kind of, but it's still, I don't want to be the lowest, like the low grunt dude that gets all the crap, like that just is like, no, you get no say in any, like, because apparently industrial maintenance means things that I didn't know it meant.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Or I need a new job. I'm going with the latter.
It sounds like what you're saying sounds pretty familiar. I'm pretty sure I have said that. Those same phrases about wanting to feel some sort of purpose about what you do.
Yeah, and it's like it sucks because I started off really liking it there and really liking. I do still like the company and everything. I just I've got no ill will towards them. I just don't think I'm the guy for the job. Like I'm not the guy they want.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do some of the things that they feel like I should be doing or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like it fits my career path or my job description there, and they do, and they don't get that say in half of that.
You don't get that say.
Yeah, so, speaking of, do you want to get into anything or job wise?
I don't have a job right now, so I mean, I'm unemployed.
You have one coming up though, right?
Yeah, I started next week on Monday. But
They didn't cut and run because of what happened.
no, they were very understanding and really cool about it, thankfully, because I'd be in a pickle if they weren't so cool about it. But I don't know, man. Like it.
I wish I had done something this week, but I really just like I've been so exhausted. I've been like seriously getting home from work and passing out by 5:30. I took a nap before this podcast. And today wasn't even that hard, but the first 3 days of this week just kicked my ass.
Things that I've been thinking about a lot, Rob, is I've been eating a lot on quarantine because I'm so bored, and I'm just like I'm not even hungry. I just get up and walk to the fridge, and I don't know if it's boredom or if it's compulsion because the food is right at the literally at the fingertips, and I just shove it down my gullet. Doesn't matter what it is, I just grab it and fucking eat it. And I just eat it and eat it and eat it and eat it. I don't even want to step on the scale right now because I can tell, and it's weird. I have we've talked about weird superpowers. I feel like I have a good superpower where I can just look at myself in the mirror and get within a pound or two of what I weigh, and I'm usually pretty accurate on it. And I don't want to test that theory anymore because I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm like, oh boy, it's not good. I've done this work. We're halfway through the year. I've been running, stopped running, and now I really haven't been running because I've been cooped up inside for 2 weeks, fucking eating and eating and eating and eating and eating. And it's just not like I'm not like pounding apples or pounding oranges. I'm sitting making fucking thick ass sandwiches. I'm going to eat some fucking chicken nuggets. I'm going out of my way. I made breakfast tachos, which were fucking great. Madison made breakfast sandwiches.
What are tachos?
Tachos are like nachos, but with tater tots.
Oh, okay.
So
take your shirt off real quick.
No. Are you kidding?
I think you look fine. Quarantine is guaranteed to give you some weight. And I was thinking about you the other day when I thought about this. People that care about what they weigh,
yeah,
number-wise,
mm-hmm.
I was like, we all weigh nothing, really. It's just the earth that makes us weigh something. It's just gravity, really.
Yeah, I guess.
So when you're getting down on yourself, remember that. We're all weightless, man. It's the earth's fault. It's not the food. It's the earth.
It's the earth's fault. But yeah, it's not pretty. So I'm trying a new theory, Rob, where I don't step on the scale. I'm just gonna focus on making sure I feel more comfortable with myself. Tomorrow morning, I'm getting up, I'm setting an alarm, and I'm going on a run. We're on the running trail again. I'm gonna be doing it consistently again. I have to. I'm gonna do it. And
you should put a counter on your fridge door.
Put counter?
Like a counter, like that counts up every time you open the door.
Yeah.
Because then instead of focusing on your weight, you can focus on lowering the amount of times you open the fridge.
I don't think it'll matter. Because it's not just the fridge; it's also the cupboard where the Oreos are.
All right, man. Slap a good idea in that's not constructive criticism. What you just did. That's criticism, and it's not welcome here.
There's a blog post coming about constructive criticism, so I'm glad you said that. Rob, not so proud moment this week. We've been doing the order the groceries online. We've been lucky enough to have people bring it to us, drop it off on our porch or whatever, and then we bring it inside. Oreos were on the list last time. A family pack of Oreos, and there's 3 longer rows of Oreos, and I'm ashamed to say I probably ate about 80% of those Oreos. 25, at least 33,
100% of them all the time.
33% of those in one sitting.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's a normal thing to do.
No, it's not. When I was a kid, when I was growing up,
normal either.
No, you're not. When I was growing up,
good to know.
When I was growing up, my mom used to buy Oreos, and we were limited to 2 a day. We could have 2 Oreos a day, and then if there was soda, 1 soda a day. 1 Coke with 2 Oreos. It was a good little after-school snack. That's what I could have. Granted, the Coke is full of fucking sugar, and but still, one Coke.
I thought you were gonna say laxatives.
No, one Coke and 2 Oreos.
Somebody will
That's
get
a
the
regimen.
joke I
That's
just
a good rule to have in your household with children. And you're like, you get 2 of these bad boys. I ate fucking 12.
You know, if somebody told me you can have 2 Oreos, I'd say I don't want any. I'd say fuck you, and I'd walk away.
You say you don't want any, but you could have 2.
Who wants 2?
You have 2 hands. Do you want to just cut those off? Because you can't have more?
If there were 33 in a pack or whatever.
I don't know how many
more hands meant more, you can't compare 2 out of 2 hands and 2 out of 50 Oreos.
I don't know how many Oreos are in.
It's cruel and unusual.
I don't know how many Oreos are in the family pack, but
Neither do I, but I know that 2 is against our Constitution. That's all I'm saying.
It's a way to conserve the treats. Because otherwise they'll be gone in a day. Those Oreos lasted a day and a half. Maybe
They're not
2
meant
days.
to last more than a day.
Yeah, they
get
are.
stale.
It's a family pack. It's supposed to feed the family, not just one fucking fat person in it.
I always buy the family pack, and I always eat at least 1 sleeve in 1 sitting.
Had they been golden Oreos, the whole thing, I would have just put it down. But is it better?
Now that's impressive because I don't eat the golden Oreos. That makes no sense to me.
Delicious. They're the best. But is it better to binge in one day and then eat healthier the next day, or is it good to spread out? Good to have some sort of balance where it's okay, I had some good stuff, I had a little bit of but now we're even keel. Or do I just I want to say balancing is better, but I've already said that 2 Oreos is a punishment, so I have to stick with you binge that shit. So you eat as much good shit out 1 day a week or once in a while or whatever. You eat good stuff 1 day a week?
No, I was saying the Oreos.
Oh, sure.
You binge the Oreos, me, I'm a single bachelor who could give a shit about anything, so I binge whenever I want to.
I guess there's a point to that where now they're gone. You can't get them till the next round of grocery shopping. So maybe I did the right thing, Rob, and ate all those Oreos. And then maybe I saved my kids from decaying their teeth by eating.
Yeah, I was just going to say, it's better for your teeth to binge and then be done with it.
So I'm the hero here, actually. I'm the hero here. I did the right thing by eating all those and allowing my children to have probably 2 or 3 of those things. Carissa didn't get any. Or no, she might have had 2.
I'll get behind that.
Carissa's lingering over here, and it's creeping me out. I don't like it.
Hi, Carissa.
Rob says hi. We got a bedroom. We got a gazebo. We got a kitchen. There's a lot of places you could be.
I can't believe you're not on the porch.
Well, I'm on a desktop, so I can't really put this on the porch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is my I'm on a Mac, Rob. I'm on my old Mac desktop. That's over 10 years old. Maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, it's working great.
And you still sound better than me.
Are you sure you're using your microphone? Is the audio part of your microphone into the Zoom thing? It's fine. Don't mess with it. Let's just we'll figure it out. You sound fine.
I don't know. I know I've dropped that a couple times now, so.
No, you're good. It sounds
the microphone, the light doesn't work on it anymore, but I do use it for like therapy and stuff, and she seems to see a difference between this and my
okay, that's good.
Regular mic. I don't know, but
I don't know how that shit works. But so yeah, that's really been my life for 2 weeks. What?
I started playing D&D.
Yeah, in online or with a group?
Not online. In a live in a room with dice.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. I'm psyched about that.
With people you know or people you don't know?
Just random people I found on the street, really.
Really?
We don't roll dice, we roll chicken bones. No, it's with my cousins.
That's cool.
Yeah, and their kids. Two of their kids. So 2 of my cousins and then 1 of each of their kids.
So what's your thing?
I'm a ranger.
What does that do?
Archer. I'm an archer tracker.
You just hunt.
And I killed 3 goblins last week.
3 goblins? Is that difficult to do?
I don't know. 3 arrows, 3 goblins.
So
I hit on every shot. My dice were lucky last week.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because you roll a die to see if you hit or not. So
I have had next to no social interactions. I think. So once I was cleared, I went.
Oh, are you cleared now?
Yeah, I've been cleared since Monday. Or
well, why didn't
Tuesday.
you is your family not cleared?
No, they're not.
Okay.
So,
Did you not want to advertise that?
We got two more clearance letters to get, and then we're good. So.
This is okay. This is something we have to talk about because, man, the range of emotion I went through. Like, did we even explain this to the listeners or anything?
The listeners know I tested positive for COVID, as did Carissa and Madison.
Okay. So you told me that via text message.
Yep.
And my first instinct was to not be worried about it at all.
Yeah.
And I made that joke. I was like, oh, can I have the podcast? Can I continue the podcast when you're dead?
Yeah.
Which you don't know this, but the person I was a block away from your house at that point, at Jake's house, and I read that message out loud before I sent it to his wife, and I was like, "Do you think this is too dark?" And she's like, "Wait, did he get a positive test?" And I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "That might be too," and I was like, "It's too late." But then like we were literally in the middle of a conversation about how she's like a phlebotomist at a clinic or something where they've had patients come in with COVID where she works.
Yeah.
And in a different wing or whatever, but they lost 6 of the 7 that came in.
Oh, really?
And she was like, so we were in the middle of that conversation, and I sent out that text, and then we kind of got back to talking about things or whatever. It like re-sparked up the conversation that we were having. And all of a sudden, like it like hit me in my heart, like really like in my chest, like how serious that could have been.
Mm-hmm.
And that really was a crazy, like I went from being like, like you ever like have people tell you should worry about something, but for whatever reason, like in your gut, you're just like, I know it'll be fine. It'll all work out.
Right.
Like that was the feeling I started with. But it like morphed into this like horrible feeling of like, wow. And then I made this joke and like my anxiety took over big time. And I appreciate you being cool about it because you were.
Well, I mean, we were lucky that all the symptoms were super mild and nothing too extreme happened. Yeah, I mean, like, I try not to joke about it too much because there's a lot of people that don't have. They're not going to have a sense of humor about it because it is a little closer to home, and they might know somebody that passed away from it. We're just lucky.
Yeah, I don't like just joking about the virus or whatever. The joke was
joking about
like,
me.
You.
Yeah.
But it was just like, man, that really got me for like a day where I was like, and I because I didn't see your last message until the next morning. I passed out when I went home.
Oh, okay.
But that's when I was like, oh, I'm really worried now. And you were like, wait, I didn't talk. Like, I haven't had any contact with you. It's like, dude, I'm not worried about me.
No, yeah. I mean, we were like I said, just sore throats for me. And Carissa had the worst. She had
pooping a lot,
and she had COVID tongue. So like, there's this thing called COVID tongue that apparently is a legit symptom. It like makes some weird things happen. She was a lot quieter during that time, and
what does weird things happen mean?
She had like some weird shit going on her tongue, and her tongue was like burning. She had like blisters, kind of, not like blisters, but like inflammation on her tongue, and it would burn. She was like sucking on ice cubes for like a couple days because it just burned so badly, and it's a symptom of COVID, and I kind of miss it.
Yeah, because she's talking so much now.
Because she talks so much.
I was really waiting for something to come in from the right, like screen right, and just hit you.
Yeah, she's
showing good restraint over there.
Still just lingering.
You've got her trained well.
Don't say that. No, but we're very lucky that we're all
She
good.
can't hear me, can she?
No.
Oh, okay. I've been talking as though I thought she could hear me.
No, she can't.
Okay.
So it's, it happened at a bad time, but I don't think there is a good time for it to happen to anybody. It's a weird thing, and so this could go into a new thing. We have masks available on our TeePublic website, so you can head up, go to our Twitter or our Facebook, and then you can find the post. There's 2 masks available. You can get them in the Dudes with Brews version with the logo. You can get the Strange Brew logo. You can also get Me Runsies masks as well. So we got some coming in the mail. And then I do have some other masks that I'm going to be using for running coming in the mail as well. So
I might order a Me Runsies one. I want that on my face.
Yeah. I'm excited to get them because I think they're going to be pretty cool. And they're important. And I just think it's crazy that there's so much political separation with this mask stuff. And it's like,
it's crazy. This the mask thing is insane to me.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
I just think there's other established countries out there that COVID's not a really big issue anymore. And a lot of those countries, it was because they did like a mandatory shutdown for 2 weeks, and they also told people to wear masks, and they just did. Like in the Spanish flu days, they wore masks, and it helped. Bill Nye, if he says it, it's true. I'm listening to Bill Nye. I mean, he's the man. So
I don't think his credibility has ever faltered, or his
right.
His knowledge. But yeah, I've gotten into that talk with a lot of people where just insane to me how some of the arguments people come up with for why they shouldn't have to wear a mask.
It's unconstitutional, a lot of people say, which is
yeah.
How is that? Is that in the fucking the Bill of Rights? Thou shalt not wear a mask. You wear a fucking seatbelt. You turn your turn signal on. There's speed limits. There's laws. You can't walk into a place with a shirt off. You can't just you can't even fucking jaywalk.
It's the craziest things to take a stance on. It's
public safety, man. I mean, it's stupid.
There's one quote that I heard or whatever on last week with John Oliver. They showed the press the city or the state assembly meeting or whatever, where people came to public forum.
Mm-hmm.
And one lady was like, I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear underwear. Things got to breathe.
That's pretty good.
Mic drop. She was out.
Yeah, I mean, I try not to get into
it. A joke. That's great. But if that's your serious point of view, you might,
it's flawed.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's, dude, I don't know. I just hope this shit is cleared up by the end of the year and we can figure it out and move on with life. And we can do this in person again, and we can go do things.
Are we going to be able to do it in person again, or are you guys being super cautious, or?
I mean, you can probably come over next week.
I mean, I know if I do, my parents won't let me come to their house probably, but I don't go there anymore.
We're cleared though. I mean, we've done our time. We're gonna do. The plan this weekend is we're deep cleaning a lot of stuff, and we're going at. I mean.
I can't imagine you guys hung out on the porch very much anyway.
No, Carissa was working in the gazebo a lot because that's where she had to work from home. So that's where she spent most of her days. But like I said, we're gonna clean everything, and by the time you would have to come here, it only lives on surfaces for a certain amount of time. They'll all be dead.
Yeah.
But it's I don't know. We'll have to see. We're going to be extremely careful about where we go. We did wear masks, and like I said, we kind of only wore them when we had to, in a sense. And now it's like, fuck, anytime we walk out and we're going inside anywhere, even if it's a quick, or we're just going into a quick trip real fast and doing something, I'm going to be wearing a mask, and I've
been getting in the habit of it a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
when I go into stores and stuff like that, and I try and keep a mask in my car all the time.
Yeah.
But there have been a couple times where I took it out to wash it or something like that, and had to run in somewhere, and it always like is in my head like, shit, I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah. I mean, it's
it doesn't like I feel bad for like Trevor and my dad. They're caddies and they have to like for that 95-degree like heat wave for the last couple of weeks or whatever. Like they were out caddying and outside they had to wear masks on the course.
that makes sense.
And that's where I could see people getting into the whole like what's more dangerous, because it is harder to breathe in those masks. What's more dangerous, having people outside doing physical activity where they are having a hard time getting oxygen, away from like out of town at a place, or just being out like, or having no mask at all or whatever, and keeping your distance because you're outside. I can see that argument. They didn't even make that argument really. Like I don't think either Trevor or my dad had a problem wearing the mask out there, but it definitely is.
It's weird.
At work, I had to work outside and in that heat, and I can tell you, I would have needed a thinner, like one of the hospital masks or something to not pass out. If I wore the masks that I have, which are kind of thicker, I would have passed out for sure.
I mean, it's there's just so much that we don't know still, that even health experts don't know about it, and it's crazy shit. And hopefully, like I said, it gets cleared up. And it sucks that it's happening during an election year, because it's just super annoying, and I hate politics. So
yeah, election years are super annoying.
Yeah, for sure. But
Thanks for the polls.
Oh yeah, that shit doesn't matter.
Let's rock the vote, y'all.
But I don't know.
What you gonna put on your ballot, dude?
Yeah, you know, no mail-in ballots. We gotta be in person or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. But yeah, shit. I mean, it's
you watch any good shows? You doing what do you do when you're stuck inside for?
Not a lot. Honestly, like it was
Did I
mostly
leave your place in an okay shape after? Because I was dog sitting for you while you were getting coronavirus.
Yeah, 7 of the 9 people we were with got it.
Jeez.
So, and it's all comes down to one person. But that's how it goes. Huh?
That's a hard shame to live down. If that was me, holy shit, I would feel horrible.
I just felt super guilty about it, because it's like I assumed I'd be okay. Like I was like, I don't feel that bad. My symptoms are bad, but I'm like, what if I gave it to somebody and that person dies? Like, what if?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't get how people can be so nonchalant about not wearing masks and stuff when it's like, would you really want that on your conscience? Like, because you didn't give a shit? Like,
right. But no, I mean, honestly, my time was trying to spend occupying the children. So we played a lot of board games. We played Clue quite a bit. Carissa and I played a board game, a new board game called Horrified, which is a lot of fun. Surprisingly, I was like, dude, now's the time where I could just be rocking out some video games and playing some of them out, but they're all just super violent, and a lot of them are scary, and it's like, well, I can't play those in front of the kids. I started playing Uncharted, and I don't really like it, so I just have to...
I tried playing those, yeah.
I don't know. I think it's kind of boring, to be honest, so far. I'm just in the first one. I'm like maybe like 3% through the game, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We did our fair share of cooking. Madison likes to cook, so we made, like I said, we made the breakfast tachos. She made breakfast sandwiches, which were really good, and she did a really good job at it for an 11-year-old kid. Like it was super good. We made homemade cheese curds, brownies. We made a bunch of other stuff too that I don't really remember, because I ate it all. There's one brownie left in the fridge, and I'm probably going to eat it. Nope, it's gone. That's good. That's good.
Eat it now. Eat it in front of us right now.
It's gone. It's gone already. Chris just said it's gone.
Oh, okay.
I did have one today, though.
I thought she was saying, no, you're not going to eat it. Like she was forbidding you.
No. I did have one, though, today, and I had probably 3 yesterday. So, like I said, the quarantine 15, very possible. I don't know if I did put on 15 pounds. For sure, at least like 6 to 10.
You're not alone in that. I'm going to tell you that. Like, I don't know if you're actually if you're joking about being like upset with yourself for that, but that's just the way it goes, man.
I am upset with myself.
Everybody that could like I feel like maybe if I was quarantined, I wouldn't put on 15 because I'm incapable of it. It's not like it wouldn't be because I didn't eat my fair share of
humble
crap.
brag over here. I can't gain weight. Oh, that's great. My metabolism.
Except for I
just
want to
amazing.
gain weight.
Why?
Except for why?
Yeah.
Because when I look at my camera versus your camera, I go.
I just have a
look at
nicer
that.
computer than you do. That's why.
It has nothing to do with it.
I'm just kidding. You look fine. You're good. You're golden.
I say the same thing to you, and that's just where we're at.
Yeah, I guess.
I know, but I say the same thing to you. That's just how it goes.
I guess, but
I've rocked out 150 episodes of Adventure Time this week.
What?
I'm watching Adventure Time right now.
150 episodes? How long are their episodes? Like 10 minutes?
10 minutes, yeah.
Damn. That's a
yeah.
That's a good
There's
amount.
250, and I'm really not happy with how little left there is.
Adventure Time's a fun show. I do like it.
It's so good.
But that's insane. We I pounded through probably like 3 or 4 seasons of the Great American food truck race. So that's a pretty sweet show. And it's like it just makes me want to have a food truck.
I just watched Guy Fieri's like budget cooker countdown extravaganza or something.
Dude, that food truck show inspired me to make the breakfast tachos, and they were good. And I'm like, dude, I could like food truck this stuff. Like my food truck could be just like various tachos. You know, they're accessible on the go. Yeah,
I'm sorry, what are tachos again?
Bro, tachos.
Tater tots.
Yeah, so no chips, tater tots. And he puts them.
Yeah, I could go for that. That'd be good. Yeah.
And there's so like you could do like the OG version. You get the tater tots. You fucking cook them up. You get some ground beef. Put some taco seasoning on there. You got your fucking guac. You got your fucking sour cream. You got all like your taco ingredients. You slap that shit in a fucking bowl right on top of those on those tater tots. Go to town on those bad boys. Breakfast tachos. I had the tater tots. I made some scrambled eggs. I made in the scrambled egg bits of ham. I made fucking bacon. Cut that shit up. Throw it on the tater tots, and then put some sour cream on that. I even threw some fucking cream cheese in those fucking eggs, and they were like creamy, delicious, just awesome. And dude, they were fucking good. They were fucking good.
I won't argue that even I learned a little bit of cooking, but from this Guy Fieri show or whatever. But some of the shows on that network.
Yeah, it's unattainable. You can't make that shit.
The amazing food truck race is so funny to me.
It's with Tyler Florence. It's a good show. It's on Hulu. You got Hulu?
Yeah, that's where I'm watching Adventure Time. I watched Zardoz last night.
Watch what?
I watched Zardoz last night. It's a movie from the 70s with Sean Connery.
Are you still watching those weird like 1930 flicks?
Yes, I'm still watching those movies. I will never stop.
You should.
Why?
You watched one about like a dude who got his bike stolen.
I'm not getting into this with you again. It's a great movie.
I'm sure it is.
And honestly,
just like Hamilton is the greatest musical.
I just watched a movie with Joseph Gordon-Levitt where he's a bike messenger and his bike gets repossessed and he has to fucking go and get it back. Basically the same movie. His life is over without that bike because he can't make money and somebody's going to assassinate him because he didn't fucking
because he doesn't have a Schwinn, he's going to get assassinated
because he didn't send the message that he was supposed to send or something. I don't know. I was watching on mute, but it was basically that.
Was there closed captioning at least?
No.
So you're just watching it on mute and seeing how it goes, huh?
It was just on in the background of me talking to my cousin, and I was like engrossed in it because it was like I was like, this is the bicycle thief with action in it.
Very well might have been.
And I wouldn't doubt that that's where that idea came from because he had hidden a message in his bicycle, like where the handlebars. He like took the end off and put the message that he had to deliver in there. And then his bike got repossessed.
How does your bike get repossessed? Somebody's taking a loan out to go buy a fucking Trek?
See, now in 1930s Italy, that did happen, and that's what happened in that movie, and it made sense. In Joseph Gordon-Levitt's case, it didn't make any sense.
But you probably could have emailed it if it's a George.
That's one of those things that's like, well, remember that thing we did where it was like, how can you fix this movie? Like, how can this movie end in 5 minutes?
Send an email. He could have mailed it. He could have. The mailman's not going to open up your standard letter. It's just like, what a dumb fucking idea. I mean, whatever.
I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, but dude, pick your roles a little bit better.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Yeah, he hasn't really done too much lately. I don't think. I don't know.
He does that like record now. Hit record thing. Yeah. Is he still doing that?
Yeah, he owns it. He's got a podcast too, which is cool. So I think it's about like the creative process. I should listen to it.
He's not the dude that I thought he would be based on that. Like, based on seeing him as an actor, I thought he would be a completely different person than who he is on Hit Record or whatever.
Yeah. I've been trying to just kind of change the topic, but, you've been encouraging me to write a little bit more, and I've been working on it. I wrote my first official stand-up joke where I wrote it down and it wasn't from memory. I don't know. Should I present it to you right now, or should I read it later? I'll read it. I'll read it, but I don't know that, like I said, this is the first time that I've actually like read it out loud, and we'll see how it goes. All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so pretend like we're at a comedy club. I'm on stage. You got your drink in hand. Yeah, barkeep.
Yeah.
Whatever. All right, so I come out. I go, hey everyone, thanks for showing up, or whatever the fuck you say. I don't know because I've never done it. I have very low self-esteem. I think I'm very unattractive. The fact that I've had children with more than one person is shocking to me. How can someone be attracted to me? My issues with my appearance is so bad. I have sex dreams where the other person is old-aged, mediocre looking, and a grandmother, and I can't perform enough to satisfy her. She's been dying to get laid for years, has an intense thirst for any sort of affection. She locks eyes with me in dreamland, takes me to a room, and I just give her an amateur performance, much like I'm doing right now. She asks, you done yet? And this is in my dreams, Robert, my dreams. I could be banging the most beautiful person to ever exist, and I'm just rocking her world on top of fuck mountain, but instead I'm with Dolores from fucking the goddamn nursing home, who gets more satisfaction out of watching Murder, She Wrote than having me penetrate her. That's my joke.
Okay.
You like it?
I think it's good. I think you need to not read it like you're on the radio, though.
Well, that's the only way I know how to do it.
I think honestly, radio might have like screwed up a couple things in terms of your timing and shit. Like, because the timing on radio shows is so different.
Maybe. Yeah, you're right.
And when I listen to radio, like morning radio shows and stuff, I hear the rhythms that you talk in the same rhythms as those radio guys do.
Is that an insult?
It's not an insult. It's
because some radio is horrible.
Oh no, it's the guys that I listen to every day. And they're not always funny. But it's not about what they are. It's not about what they're saying. I'm talking only in certain rhythm. Like there's this this is very radio quality. Like no one's listening to me and going, that guy should be on the radio. Like, but you you have a very like pronounced way of speaking, and you don't stutter, you don't you don't whatever. But there's a timing thing where it's like radio timing is different.
For sure. Well, I gotta workshop it. I gotta work on it.
And I can like that's like one thing I'll say is like there's things in that joke that you just read that could like that if you push harder or less and then like put on and off the gas a little bit more with your like tones and stuff, like you could totally make it 1,000 times more funny. But you're like when you read it in this like radio, it's really crazy how I can't articulate it. But when I listen to like you like tell that joke, especially, I can hear the fact that you've been on the radio.
Well, it's also because I was reading it. I gotta like there's a difference between like reading versus reciting.
But that's the hardest part is workshopping. You got to go up and do it and get no laughs and.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it this year, Rob. First,
I'll do it with you. I've got jokes written. I actually, speaking of this is the problem I have is I can write something in my head in
right. Me too.
3 seconds, but by the time I get to the point where I'm writing it down, I can't get the wording as right as I think as I have it in my head.
Yeah.
Or it's kind of like the Gilbert Gottfried impression where it's like in my head I can make it sound so good, but then when I try and vocalize it, I can't hit the tones and the inflections the way that I do in my head, and it totally ruins it. But I wrote this whole like intro thing about about how, because I don't know how you open a set. I've done it, and I still don't know how to open a set. It really makes, like, when I watch stand-up comedians go and just be like, what do you guys think about taking a shit? I'm going to tell you what I think about taking a shit, because I have a joke about taking a shit that I wrote. So I got to, and that's how they introduce it. It's like, fuck you, man. Like, give me a little bit of, like, ease me into it. Don't just, like, be like, hey, my family's kind of crazy. Let me tell you about, it's like, I'm going to tell you about it. And I bet you knew I was going to tell you about it because I just said my family. Like, it's like, that shit pisses me off. I don't know how to articulate it, but it's like, it's the same thing with, like, Two Broke Girls and set up, laugh. Like, set up, punchline in sitcoms and stuff. It's like where you can just, they don't finesse any kind of funniness to you. They just like they go, this is what the joke's gonna be, and they stuff it in your fucking face, and I don't like it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really watch too many sitcoms, so I also don't like laugh tracks.
It's not like I don't think I've ever seen an episode of Two Broke Girls. I've seen like bits and pieces, right. Maybe a couple times, but
it's like The Big Bang Theory. I mean, it's
The Big Bang Theory did that, but there was some, I don't know. I hate to give them credit, but there was some decent, like, I respect some of the actors on that show, so it's like,
sure.
But yeah, like there's a like primetime sitcom formula that's just so fucking played out.
Right.
And every time, every scene of Two Broke Girls I've ever seen has been so like. I swear I've seen a scene on that show where they did the setup, punchline, and whoever was on the laugh track forgot to hit the button. So like the actors are just sitting there in silence, but they like expected a laugh to come or something. Like it just it's like where the actors are aware of the fact that they're trying to like that they just made this great joke that wasn't great, but that shit is hard to take. To take.
For sure. Well, Rob,
no 1933 bike thief. I'll tell you that.
What?
I said there's no 1933 bike thief.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything being higher quality than The Bike Thief.
It's about a bike thief.
There's a sequel coming out where a kid loses his skateboard. His neighbor took it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So is it called His Neighbor Took It, or is it called Skateboard Thief? Because that's how I judge. If it's called Skateboard Thief, I watch it. But
it's called Skateboard Thief Stolen, and then like there's the colon or whatever. The neighbor did it.
What's the tagline for Skateboard Thief?
Just when you think you can skate on by. dot dot dot. Something like
He
that.
couldn't skate by ... justice.
Yeah. Yeah. He couldn't skate by ... Kurt the neighbor. Something like that. Rob, we drank Mobcraft lemon meringue pie milkshake IPA. I was expecting more lemon, Rob. I have to downgrade it a little bit because I was expecting a little bit more of a lemony twist or kick to it. But with that said, delicious. I enjoyed it. I
changed the name. It's still a great beer.
It's still a great beer. Yeah. Maybe the label and the name doesn't do the justice, but it's still a good beer. It's still a good milkshake IPA. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I definitely say drink it.
I say drink it for sure.
Great to have you back, sir.
It was fun.
We'll figure out when we can hold each other for a good 5 minutes, pat each other on the back, and say everything's going to be okay.
I miss those days.
It's coming soon. So.
All right.
See ya.
Later, man.
Pew pew audio. Goodbye, everyone.